In this adventure ready series on Domi's T6.1 camper build, we have made additions to the roof with the front runner roof rack, with the rear accessories with the ladder and spare wheel carrier from Campervan Culture, and the sidebars from Transport HQ. And we've kind of neglected the front. Today that's going to change with this awesome bull bar. I just want to take a moment to say thank you to our sponsors, Howden's Modified Van Insurance. That's right, A-Plan are now Howden's. They still do exactly the same in that they will insure your van from the time you buy it until you completely convert it into a camper van and beyond. And if you want an exclusive rate on your next policy, please mention Combe Valley Campers and they will sort you out. So when it comes to the front of the van then, it's a bit standard looking, it's a bit boring. That being said, we have fitted the awesome headlights and grille from Transporter HQ, but it's kind of missing something. We wanted to mount extra lights, and for that we're going to need something to mount them to, which is where this comes in. Yes, it's a bit of added protection for the front of the vehicle, but it's also going to be a fantastic place to mount extra lights, spotlights, things like that. Now, before anybody kicks off about having bull bars on the front of your van, like I say, this is a EU type approved bull bar. We found it from a company called Steeler, and we spend a lot of time in Europe. We don't want to break any rules over there, and we want to be as safe as possible over here. So have a look in the link down below and you can find this bull bar. What we're going to do today is tear off the front of the van, look through the instructions and get this fitted for you on camera. This is a job you can do on your driveway without any problem. We've lifted the van up like we have done in other videos to make it easier for you to see what we're doing. And secondly, the wheels on this thing are so big we can't get to some of the fastenings without either removing the wheel or lifting it up. What we're going to do now is remove the front of the vehicle, so that's the grille and the bumper, because some of the brackets for those bull bars are mounted directly to the slam panel. Now the front bumper's off, we've followed the very comprehensive instructions and realised that the bracket, this one here, goes straight through this hole. Right there. This bracket is even shaped to go around. Oh, point to note, these are all beautifully made and powder coated, so that's super good. So that will go there and we will nut, bolt and washer and nut from the back. Now the bars are in and the bumper's back on, we are going to offer the A-bar, bull bar, up to the brackets, loosely nut and bolt them in, and then we can concentrate on the bottom, which is where the main supporting brackets are.
Now the A-bar is laid into position using those top mounts, I'm going to use these pieces to bolt it through the chassis. Now this section you may recognise something similar from when we did the sidebars. So you were utilising the existing holes in the chassis. You slot this threaded bar effectively into the hole in the chassis, mount this bracket in the right orientation, which Ross is doing beside me, and using the washer, locking washer and supplied nut, fasten it in place. Last section is to bolt these brackets to the A-bar. Now, when you come to order, there are 3 different options for this lower section stylistically. You can go for these individual bars, which we now refer to as teeth. There is another panel which looks like a skid plate, and we can put some pictures up to show you. Or there's an option to have nothing at all. Domi has chosen the teeth. Let's get them mounted up and see what it looks like. Now, at this point, we have left everything loose. Nothing is tight because there's always going to be that little bit of maneuvering around. So once this bracket goes in and sandwiches in between the A-bar and the bracket we've just mounted, everything can sort of come together. So it will take a couple of minutes, but we'll make some adjustments, make sure it all looks sweet. And then that's pretty much it. The last thing we'll have to do is mount the registration plate to the front.
And there you have it. Don't they look rad? I'm super chuffed with them. Domi wanted these super bad, as I told you in the beginning of the episode. And she also wanted the ones with what we're calling the teeth that sort of come up, almost like an underbite. I was a bit unsure about it at first. I wanted the skid plate version, but what do you think? Let me know down in the comments. Now, we've had to make some sacrifices because of this A-bar. As you can see, it covers up this front sensor. Now, if you want that front sensor active and everything else, these aren't for you. Ours has been defective for a while. It's something we are looking into, but it's been defective for a while. If you don't have one of these front sensors on your van, or you're not bothered about it, then these are for you. Also, what we've noticed as well, the front parking sensors are covered. We've just given it a little bit of a test, and these will always show on. So what we're going to look into is programming them out, or in the short term, you can just turn your parking sensors off on the dash. If you have an early vehicle without these sensors, then you're absolutely fine. Now again, a lot of people may have a problem with A-bars. We don't, because these ones in particular are homologated, and that is a certificate of homologation that comes with it. Now yes, there is added protection for the front of our vehicle and the styling, and that's what we're doing it for. These are European approved, as you can see by the stainless steel plate with the EU numbers, and obviously it comes with a homologation certificate. And we will carry this with the vehicle with our documents when we go traveling in the UK and Europe as well. Be sure to tell your insurance company if you make any modifications like this or any of the others that you've seen in our Adventure Ready series. If you like the video, please go ahead and give it a like. If you like this vehicle, you want to see more of what we've done to it, there is a whole series of myself and my wife converting this van from a bog standard panel van into this adventure ready camper that you see in front of you now. If you want to see notifications on the next video we have on this van or any of the other videos we have filmed and are ready to be uploaded, hit the notification button and you will get a notification in your YouTube and or emails whenever a new video is uploaded. And please, last but not least, subscribe to the channel if you have, well, if you'd like. It's free, costs you nothing, and it really supports us as a channel, and it enables us to reach more people and create more videos. Love to know your thoughts on this. Please leave a comment down below. But until next time, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.